Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is February the 10th, 2023. I'm going to start off by giving you an update on my back, my health. I've been to see a doctor. I've had physiotherapy today. I'm off work until at least February the 20th, so I have next week to rest up and heal. The treatment basically is physiotherapy exercises, Tylenol for pain management, heat pads, rest. Yeah, pretty easy. Very thankful that it wasn't more spinal or any discs or anything like that. I've had that in the past, quite painful. When I was younger, I was on a roller coaster in the West Edmonton Mall and slipped 2 discs in my back and 2 in my neck. And yeah, it was a lot of pain. So I'm glad that this is more something that can be treated with relaxation, with exercises, and I'll get better. So I want to thank all of you who have been leaving comments and words of encouragement. I really appreciate it. So this week, it's Friday. I've got mail to go through here. I've got some official ones. I've got some friend mail. I've got stuff that will make it into future videos in the future. That's why they're called future videos, I guess, because they're in the future. Anyways, yeah, I don't script this. It just comes out of my mouth. It's just verbal diarrhea. Let's get to what we're here for. It's Friday. It's mail day. Well, it wasn't mail delivery day today because we had freezing rain and snow throughout the night. So they said here locally the mail wasn't going to go out. It was too unsafe for the drivers to be out there and for delivery. So I didn't miss it because I was off work anyways, but it means I didn't get any mail to my house, but I did get lots of mail that went to my PO box, which I went by today and picked up when I had to be out for my physiotherapy. All right, let's get to it. The very first card I have, official one, is this beautiful maxi card. It comes from Russia. Look at the nice cancellation mark that's on there as well. This comes from Svetlana. Here are the beautiful stamps that she's included on the back. She says that she's a pianist. She enjoys reading, writing, skiing. She loves sports. She's been learning English and Italian in her spare time. It's unfortunate right now that her country's been banned from many sports. We know why with the war going on, but hopefully peace will come. She says she prays for peace, and so hopefully that will come and we can get back to a bit of normality, especially with her sports as well too in the world. Competing, I know it seems strange sometimes when you're at skating events or hockey events, and Russia's not included currently in those things, so we shall see what happens as time goes on. But Svetlana, hopefully you keep up with Postcrossing and send beautiful cards to other people. I hope one day that Canada is able to continue to write cards back. I've got lots of friends that I would love to be able to send mail to within Russia. All right, my next card comes from Germany. Look how cute this little hedgehog card is. I just did a video not too long ago on National Hedgehog Day showing all the hedgehog cards that I had received to date. I had some duplicates, but this wasn't one of them. So this is a new one for my collection. This comes from Bridget. She is a high school teacher. She's into art and drama and English, and she actually is an actress on the side in a local theater. She's married and has 2 teenage kids and 2 pet rabbits. And look how beautifully she has decorated this card with washi tape and the stamps that she's got included up there. So thank you, Bridget, for that beautiful card, and keep up the good acting and enjoy all the different hobbies that you have too. All right, this next card made me laugh. Okay, to you, it's a space card. To Jean, who sent it to me, this is where the Millennium Falcon was with the Death Star when she sent it, but they've since traveled on, so they're not on here anymore. I love a post-crosser that has a sense of humor. She wrote, you'll have to use your imagination to see the Millennium Falcon and the Death Star flying through this shot of space. They were there a second ago. Were they? Were they really? All right, on the back, Jean has put these stamps, that one being a Star Wars stamp. I've got a few there. She says she's checked a few of my YouTube videos too, so that's cool. She joined Postcrossing in 2020, so she is a new person to it as well. And in the end, she put her favorite quote, try to be the rainbow in somebody's cloud. That's pretty cool. It's a great quote. So thanks, Jean, for that. I appreciate it. The next is another one from the US. This one comes from the state of Hawaii. We've got a beautiful Lego card with some yummy food there. We got a poke bowl or something on the go with some chopsticks. And it says he lives in Hawaii and he goes by the name of POI Dog, retired and volunteers in his community and loves to travel. And then there are the stamps. Love this intense tiger stamp too. That's really cool. So thank you, POI Dog, for that. And that's it for my official ones. 4, that's pretty good. Then I've got this one. This comes from my friend Lila in the US. And she says, Happy New Year. I decided to kick off the new year with a positive message, and I'm grateful for all the connection that postcards bring. I am as well. There's the forever stamp that Lyle has put on it. So thank you so much for being grateful and sending positive vibes. All right, this next one comes from my friend Judy in Florida. Dagobah, we've got a Star Wars card. This is where Yoda lives, if you're unfamiliar with the Star Wars universe. And then on the back, she's decorated with washi around the edging. She says based on the washi tape and the edging that I do, she wanted to decorate it. She likes it so much she would decorate it herself. So I appreciate that I've had an influence, as others have had an influence on me. And there are some cool prehistoric animal stamps, nice cancellations. So thank you so much, Judy. And I hope you enjoy washi tape. It's been a lot of fun to decorate the cards a little bit more. And I'm big into the thinner washi tape versus the thicker stuff because it gives you more room for a message or putting stickers or whatever you want to do. All right, on that Star Wars theme, we've got one of these long cards. This comes from Smokey. Snail Mail with Smokey, you may know him on YouTube. You can go check him out if you haven't already. So we have this nice one from Empire Strikes Back where this could be Han out looking for Luke who's gone missing, or maybe this is Luke prior to. It's hard to tell. It's kind of fan art. So probably is Luke before he goes missing. And then there are the Star Wars stamps on the back, and then he's got some stickers and things that he's put on his cards too. There, we've got the stickers there and there, Star Wars everywhere. So thank you, Smokey, for that. All right, my next one comes all the way from Italy. This comes from my friend Luna, and this is a square in her town. She says her son's elementary school is right off this square, so this is something that she sees quite often. She's been sending pictures or posting pictures on Instagram of snow in the area, so it's not too far. She has to go to see snow, but she also gets nice warm weather. So this was sent on the 21st of January, and I love it. I love it so much. And then there is this Italian stamp, and a Western stamp. It's never been canceled, so it made it all this way without being canceled. Thank you so much, Luna. And thanks for watching the channel too, I appreciate it. All you guys who tune in on a regular basis. All right, this next one comes from Lewis. This was when he was in Florida on January 19th. He was down there visiting his family. Normally he lives in Dubai. So we got a see you later alligator. Do you guys know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Leave a comment if you know the answer to that. So thanks, Lewis. And then there's this forever stamp that he's used. This next one comes from Kathy in Ontario here in Canada. We've got a snapshot of the past. So it's hard to believe this shot was almost 100 years ago. This is now called the Junction. And this is one of the streets in Toronto, Keele and Dundas, looking north. My brother Eric, I'm sure, is familiar with this area, but not when this picture was taken. So thank you, Kathy. And on the back, Kathy just has one of the Canadian stamps there, one of the small ones. All right, this next surprise envelope also comes all the way from Russia. Love this giant stamp, and now it's already started to peel off the envelope quite a bit. So I'm glad it made it here safely. And this comes from Yulia. Yulia sent, let's just open this up a bit here. Inside, Yulia sent from Russia. She sent this blank card, and this is the family photo of Paul I. The blank card can go off to someone else. She sent this Christmas mystery tea because it's her favorite tea, and thought maybe I'd like it. And then she sent this beautiful postcard with all sorts of snacks and things, traditional Russian things, the device that you would use to heat water before they had the kettles. So we've got some new things, some older things, some things that are just typically Russian. She says, you know, you got vodka over there. You wouldn't put vodka with your tea or have it at the same time, but just showing different things here. So he says, you can see pancakes, pies. Those round ones are called baraka, B-A-R-A-N-K-A. So I apologize for the pronunciation. There's tea in a glass with some traditional, a glass holder in the middle, some fruit, also some vodka, of course. We don't usually have tea with vodka though, haha. I think there is just there to make still life even more Russian. And of course you can see a samovar, which was used for boiling water before kettles appeared. I'm also sending you my favorite tea. So that's one there. I have to try in the future. I normally don't drink tea, but if she says it's her favorite, then I'm gonna give it a try. All right, so thank you, Yulia, for that. And of course, massive stamps, beautiful, just beautiful. All right, this next one comes from a new viewer. His name is David, and he's from San Francisco. He sent this beautiful Happy Lunar New Year card. And it says he's been recently came across my channel, is enjoying it and going over all the history of so all the other different ones that I put out there. And then we have those Lunar New Year stamps on it. And he wasn't done. He also sent this card, which is a cutout of a Ritz Cracker box. I don't know if you guys have Ritz Crackers. We have them here. Love Ritz Crackers. He says, putting on the Ritz. Love that song. Hope that's not dating myself. David, as always, stay safe. I don't think dating yourself is wrong. Maybe marrying yourself would be wrong, but not never dating. No, it's okay. Putting on the Ritz, I know the song. I wasn't alive when it came out, I don't think, but it is an older song. But yeah, it's been in a lot of different commercials and things, definitely through the 80s. And yeah, it's a great song. Thank you for that. Thank you for the hedgehog sticker on the back too, as well as the stamps. And thanks, David, for watching and leaving all the comments that you've been doing as you've been watching some of my older videos too. I really appreciate it. All right, this next one with a hedgehog, this envelope, the US stamp there. This comes from Amber in St. Louis, Missouri. At first, I thought maybe this was a answer to my question. So if you've been watching That Dad Guy Answers last week, I started a little bit different format. I started putting out a question that you guys can answer by sending a postcard from your area with the answer on it. Not to give you too much more, but I thought that that's what this was. You'll have to tune in and see, because I really want you guys to be participating in it. She sent me this card from the City Museum in St. Louis. I hope this finds you well. Been raining here, which is gross. Found some old stamps I used to collect. Thought you would like them. So she said, thanks for the postcard and inspiration to buy some washi. So that's cool. She's going to get into washi too. Keep up the YouTube work. I've been loving your videos. This museum is really cool if you are ever in St. Louis area. And then on the back, she's put a piece of washi on there too. So like she said, she did include some stamps. Those I'm going to show at a later date. Early next week, you'll get to see a stamp video, so I'll show you that. This next envelope comes from Linda in Georgia. And these are the beautiful new love stamps. And there's a heart on the back. She always themes it based on what's going to be inside a little bit, so you kind of get the idea. There's a Valentines card that she created using greeting cards, and she's put a stamp on the back, Charlie Brown stamps. There's nothing written on this one here, but it's an unused, unmarked stamp, or I guess it's used now, but it's uncanceled. So she did that. She included stamps with, if you ever watched previous videos that Linda has sent me things, she always sends me stamps and a theme and a bit of story in there, so that's coming in the future. She also sent this Happy Valentine's Day stamp, or a postcard that she's written the message on the back of. So I'm going to save some of that for the stamp video that this will be included in. All right, the next one I have comes from Kyler in Prince Edward Island here in Canada. And Kyler has sent some stamps as well, so I'm going to put those aside. But he sent this beautiful vintage postcard of Venice in Italy. Asked if I've ever been there. He's been there twice. I have been there once. My wife and I were there when we were touring around Europe after university. Beautiful city. We had a great time there. Only odd incident we did have there is that we were walking and people say it's good luck, but had a bird poop on my jacket. So we went in, there was a McDonald's right where it happened. And so we went in there and I got cleaned off my jacket. It didn't really get me other than hitting my shoulder, but it is a memory that I remember from being there. And most of the time when we traveled, we didn't try to go into places like McDonald's because we wanted to eat things from those countries and not just stuff that we could get here. So yeah, get back to Kyler. Great card, have been there, and yeah, we'd love to go back one day to see some more and see it in a different perspective now as a mature person. All right, we'll put that aside as well, and you'll get a chance to see that. I have lots of envelopes that are going aside this week, and this is the next one. This one comes from Hans in Germany. He has sent something recently, and he just sent another one. This made it very quickly. He mailed it on February the 2nd, and it's already here 8 days later. And I'm not even sure, maybe it went to my PO box, so it could have arrived even quicker than that. I just checked today. So brand new stamps that are out, you can see that there. Nice cancellations on them. And then a whole bunch of stamps inside that I'm going to show. There's enough stamps here that I probably will have a couple videos. It probably won't all get done in one. I mean, they may come out the same day, I don't know. With me being off work, I'll be busy making videos. And I've got another one here. This envelope comes from Wendy. It is not stamps, they are postcards that she sent me. So you can see she's used some of the new stamps. These are the latest release stamps here. We've got a stamp from the Truth and Reconciliation that came out, and then some of the small denomination stamps as well that have been around for a little longer. So inside this envelope, she sent a bunch of postcards, so I'm going to show you those two in a future video. So that's all I've got for today, which is plenty. I really appreciate everything that's come through. So tomorrow we've got That Dad Guy Answers. It's kind of the regular routine. You would leave your questions on the last video and I will answer them tomorrow. I'll also be reminding you about the question that I have for February that's going out there that I'm hoping you guys will respond by sending a postcard with number 1 at the top, letting me know it's the answer for this question, and then your response, which is about something a tourist might want to see or should see if they're in your area. If they had one option, what would it be and why? So that's the general question you are to answer and send it back. And then the first Saturday in the new month, in March, I will go through all the postcards I have that answer those questions, show you the postcards, read the answers, and kind of get to know all the people that have been watching and participating in this. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to put those cards separately in a different binder from my friend mail or from my official postcards. They're going to be my Q&A binder, and we'll keep all the questions together. So when I give the question at the start of the month, it gives me a whole month for you guys to respond and me to collect all the mail. So I'm hoping next week I'll start seeing some postcards come in that will be for that question. All right, that's all I've got for today. It's plenty. I'm gonna go rest the back, edit this video, which isn't a lot of editing, but create the thumbnail, do that sort of stuff, you know, and get it out so you guys can watch it. Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.